Thor Financial's token price when I started looking into the project 2 weeks ago, $150. Thor Financial's token price today, less than $75. Percent drop in price in 2 weeks, over 50%. Percent drop in price at the $57 range where it bottomed out in the same exact time period, 66%. Thor Financial's reasoning for the sudden drop in price. The new reward system came out and everyone freaked out. The top tier Odin holders are tanking the price because we told them to take their rewards before they lost them. You want to know what happened? A tsunami. Thor's consolement of their investors during the price drop. Wag me. It's just weak hands that we're shaking out. Here's a selfie. Everyone calm down. Don't worry, the price can't go anywhere but up from here. Once the new reward system comes out, the price will recover. It's those dang Odin holders. It's definitely not the fact that all of our new nodes that are being created are from previous node holders that are just compounding their rewards into new nodes. That's definitely not what's happening. The yearly rate of return for the top tier node holders, otherwise known as Odin node holders, from the new reward systems that just came out, 475%. Thor's expected return on investments every single month, 19%. Thor's actual return on investments since inception, negative 22%. And growing. Thor's newest investment number 10, Gala Nodes. Gala Node return on investment if the current price stays at the same level. 822 days to receive your ROI. Gala Node return on investment per year if the coin price stays the same, less than 50%. Percent chance that all of Thor's 10 investments will make anything close to the hundreds of percentages APYs that they are guaranteeing to their node holders every single year, basically zero. Now, I know what everyone's thinking. Drew's back at it with the code again, right? Absolutely. I thought it only fitting to bring out the coat that I bought with all of my Thor profits. Just kidding. Anyways, I do have to say, thank you so much to Thor Nation for all of the love and support that you've been showing me on these videos. There's actually quite an abundance of love that's being shown. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope you're happy that I finally dropped that strong block video that everybody's been requesting. Like I said, no one's safe. Now, with that being said, I do want to thank all of the people that are watching the video, subscribing, commenting, liking, and showing love. It absolutely helps a lot. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're liking the content. I'm glad that you're interacting with the channel. I love doing this kind of analysis, so anything that you want, make sure you like the video, comment on the video, and give me your request, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. And when I say like the video, I mean smash that like button like somebody just dissed your mom. So anyways, Drew, we're tired of your coat. Take it off. All right, I'm taking it off. All right, look better? Now, let's touch on the price action. I heard all of this chatter from the Thor investors over the past couple of weeks talking about just wait until you see the price action in the next couple of weeks, in the coming weeks. Well, the weeks have come and the weeks have gone, Thor. What's the update? Well, we're still at a negative 50% from whenever you were saying that. Everyone's talking about the pump from $58 to the $80 range or whatever, and they're like, oh, you didn't give any credit to the pump. Yeah, I'm not going to give any credit to that. That pump from $58 to $80 is nothing. Even at $80, it's still down like 45% from where it was at $150 whenever I first started talking about this project. Saying that the node holders, the Odin node holders, are the culprits is just not facts. You can tell from the price action on the chart that it's not the Odin node holders that are dumping rewards. It's the fact that no one is actually buying new coins to put them into nodes. Everyone is just compounding. If that was the case, it would be a dump, then a catch, then a pump, then stabilization. That is not what is happening. Look at the chart. I literally just covered this in my strong block video, and the same exact thing is going on with Thor. Don't forget to watch the strong block video. I've already said it once, I've covered it multiple times probably, but I'll say it again. It's very evident from the price action on the chart. You can tell that it is Odin and all the other node holders just compounding into new nodes. Otherwise, why would there be so many new nodes being created when the price is going down? That makes no sense. That's because people aren't actually buying the coin. That's because people are actually flipping their rewards into new nodes. We've already proven in the other videos why that's problematic. If you're wondering why, then just go watch the videos. I'll put them in the description. Watch the strong block video because I'm not going to explain it. That's not the topic of this video. If your nodes are growing by 3% a day, but your chart is going down, it basically shows that there's more sell pressure than there is buy pressure. And Bitcoin is not dropping, so don't use that as an excuse. DeFi is just getting absolutely wrecked right now. Literally everyone is starting to see majority of these are Ponzi's, and they're all running for the hills. None of them have any real utility behind them. That means Thor, that means Strong, that means Hive, that means Time Wonderland, that means all of them. And I just dropped a video on Strong proving that about Strong too. Everyone's like, oh, but we were at $16 one time and we recovered to over $200. We can withstand this recovery. Yeah, you were. And that was whenever you didn't have very many nodes. It was much easier for your price action to go up whenever you didn't have many nodes and not as many people getting rewards and putting sell pressure on the project. The problem is now is you have these astronomical numbers of nodes, and now that sell pressure is absolutely outpacing that buy pressure. So it's like a slow crumble from here. Like it is all downhill from here. I'm talking Armageddon stuff. Call in the Marines. Also, I just thought this was funny. I'm just gonna add this in there. TradingView hasn't even put you guys up on TradingView yet because my guess is they're probably like, well, this isn't gonna last long. Plus you're on like some exchange that no one's ever heard of, Trader Joe's XYZ, and I get it, people in the crypto space have heard it, and it's not the Trader Joe's that your mom buys her wine from. Now the mods and the devs replies to the community are very spot on. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're just telling you to hold tight. That's all they can do is to console you because at the end of the day, you're not getting any of your tokens back. You gave those up for the right to the node. So all they can do is try to make sure that people don't tank that price. And that's why they say things like wag me and stuff like that, so that people don't go out and just absolutely astronomically tank the price on the project by claiming their rewards. They need you to flip into new nodes. This way the price doesn't go down as quickly because people aren't selling it on the open market. And it's probably another reason why they created that OTC market. And at the end of the day, all they did was take those tokens from you, give you the node, give you a guaranteed APY, and then they recirculated them. You are 100% at the mercy of the protocol, the price action, and the rewards activity. That is very scary to me. They spit off crypto phrases like wag me and hodl and diamond hands and never sell and all this stuff, but really, none of those things mean anything. And then they drop selfies and act like that's doxing and then calm everybody down somehow. And no, they aren't doxed. Everyone is screaming that the CerTic audit is going to dox them and all this stuff. They're not doxed. KYC everybody and then we'll shut up about it. Like legitimate KYC. They spend the majority of their time calming the troops. Because with strength and numbers, a revolt could get very, very bloody for them in terms of price action. It's not rocket science at all, and it's definitely not weak hands that are tanking the price. It's the fact that no one's buying into the protocol anymore. Everybody's just trying to take their profits because they're trying to get out of the protocol at the very least at a break even because they gave up their tokens for a guaranteed ROI, which, mind you, doesn't exist, and that's actually illegal for financial institutions that are regulated and like in the United States to do. So there's that. That's not how investing works. It's fundamentals. It's basic 101 entry-level stuff. That is not how it works. If somebody's guaranteeing you an ROI, run the other way. And if they're referring to people selling their rewards and like taking profit as weak hands, that's pretty telling in and of itself. If the project is so strong, like as they say it is, then why is the price going down? Why are your investors trying to pull money as fast as possible? Now, how is Thor affording to pay investors? How is a protocol that's guaranteeing their top tier node holders 475% and then every other tier down from there hundreds of percent when their investments literally make negative 22% and we've proved that, and the investments actually only technically should be making like 19% a month? It's simple. They can't. They're just recycling other people's tokens, which is why they're always screaming, just hold on, compound into new nodes, don't run for the hills and sell the tokens. Those same tokens that you're getting in rewards, spoiler alert, you got those from someone else that is doing the exact same thing. You didn't get those from somebody that probably bought the coins on the open market and then put them into the protocol and bought a new node. You got it from somebody else that's compounding. So there's no price action there. It's just a transfer of assets. There's no transaction, literally. If this continues, the chart will legitimately never go back up. And the Galanodes thing is not an argument. We already know the ROI on that. And if you're wondering like, oh, how do you know? I have a Galanode. I have a Galanode. My business partner has a Galanode. I know how much it pays out. Here's the screenshot showing you that I have a Galanode. It's legit, but it doesn't pay out that much. At current price, that's $100 a day. You get in between 300 to 350 tokens, depending on what's mined that day, and then they distribute it out to their token holders. At 33 cents, that's $100 a day. Say Gala pumps to $1. It's gotten close before, it got to like 90 cents. That's $300 to $350 a day per node. That's not that much. You would need literally every single Gala node known to man, which is 50,000 of them, and we know that's impossible, right? To even think about affording to pay your investors that 475% that you're guaranteeing them. And that's based in the new rewards model, not the old one. We obviously know that that's not possible, and for real, Thor doesn't even have enough money to buy every single Gala node known to man, because as everyone so eloquently put, none of that money gets put into really anything, because it just gets recycled and put back into the protocol and then sent out to node holders. Also, as it sits right now, in terms of the value of Thor taking the total tokens that they owe people every single day based on the node counts that they have in the rewards model, they actually owe about $2 million to their investors every single day in payouts. That's a lot. Everybody's like, cover the liquidity pool. Okay, they have a liquidity pool. Good to know. So they basically have no cash on hand. And yeah, they have a liquidity pool. I'm not refuting that. Yeah, they have like less than $11 million in that liquidity pool. That's not much. As soon as that's drained, the project is toast. It's worth just under $11 million. That's less than a week's worth of rewards at this point, because I just showed you it's $2.1 million that they have to pay out, and that's just right now, based on the current price of the token. The token goes up, that dollar value goes up. Based on the number of nodes that they have right now, the total payments are worth 31K Thor that they have to pay out to their investors every single day, which consequently is actually more than Strong has to pay out to their investors every single day, which I thought was absolutely wild. Watch the Strong video if you don't believe me. That 31K Thor at market price, which is like $67 right now, and God knows by the time I film this video and at the end it'll probably be less, is literally like $2.1 million. Do the math. That means that the total liquidity pool only covers 5.5 days worth of rewards if this protocol goes belly up. Unfortunately for Thor Nation, that liquidity pool is not much of an argument. You've seen it with every other DeFi in the space, Time Wonderland, Ohm, God forbid I say this, but Ring Financial, I'll probably catch a lot of flack for that, Hector, literally all of them. Strong's going down too, if you didn't know, watch the video. Nothing makes Thor any different. They operate on the same exact business model as everyone else. Even if they're planning on legitimately pivoting and starting something else, they still are on that business model, and it's a trajectory that's hard to break. They absolutely fumbled the bag, and their growth rate is what is going to hinder that ability for them to pivot and become legit and go find new revenue streams. And that's an uphill battle as it is. Let me just be clear. It's a Ponzi. They're all Ponzis. Literally all of these fake node projects are going down. Unless they use the money that they raised immediately, kind of like a crowd fund, to immediately start going into those revenue streams and new investments, and everybody's like, oh, Thor's really new. We've only been active for like 2 months and we're already investing our money. Yeah, but you're losing money. That's the difference. You're losing money. You're building more capital, and then you're doing this self-sustaining business model, this self-fulfilling prophecy, and it's getting out of control. It shouldn't have gotten to this point. They need to be able to pivot almost immediately once they've raised a little bit of funds and start generating revenue, and stop guaranteeing people returns on investment. It is diabolical. I get it. Everybody hates me. I bring these things up. These are the things that people need to be thinking about. I get it. Okay, smart guy, right? How can they fix this? Thor's best chance for being sustainable is not the investments. I hate to break that to you. We can see how that's playing out right now. Negative 22%. Thor's best chance to be sustainable is also not in the NFT market. I hate to break that to you. I know you guys are putting a lot of weight on both of those markets. Now hear me out. We see how ridiculously competitive the NFT market is. And I know everybody's like, oh, we can do it on AVAX for cheaper and it'll be better, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but it has to catch traction. You have to get people to want to drop their NFTs on Thor, which everyone knows is a Ponzi scheme, which has like not a lot of respect in the community because of that. Like no one's gonna say, I hate Ethereum because it's got a terrible business model. That's all I'm saying. If Thor could pivot to a network model where they have their own blockchain, where the native Thor token is the means for transacting. Think of it like kind of how Strong is trying to pivot to Strong Chain. They're too late. You might actually have a chance at this. If they can make that happen and kind of be like a pancake swap, a uni swap, or something like that, and actually have their own chain that people can build on and that people can trade on and then pay the Thor tokens, that would be a better business model. It might actually be able to bring in some of the income that Thor needs. Without a doubt, no matter what they do, they have to pivot away from the new node sales business model. I get it. You're trying to do that. Is it too late? I don't know. Is it the right markets that you're into? I don't really think so, but that's my opinion. At the end of the day, slashing rewards is an inevitability. You're gonna have to do that on like a very consistent basis. Another inevitability is the absolute death of this project. La muerte, right? If they don't find means of new revenue. And I know everybody's gonna sit here and scream and yell at me, Drew, version 2's coming out. We make investments, but they lose money. We're launching an NFT platform. You're trying to break into one of the most highly competitive spaces in the crypto market. We're working on getting nodes set up to help host the AVAX network. Literally just did this on Strong the other day. It doesn't bring in any revenue. That's confirmed. They literally make zero money from helping Polygon and ETH host their networks. Nothing. Unfortunately, turning those nodes into real nodes isn't going to do anything. The nodes are a fugazi, a guarantee of an ROI, which in most cases, in every other market in society, is absolutely illegal, and that's that. If they do break away from the nodes business model, one of two things will happen. One, the nodes will literally become nothing. And even if they have an NFT tied to it, they'll still be worthless because they won't be able to pay the rewards unless they slash rewards, which makes them basically worthless anyways. Or two, they will have to slash rewards so drastically that the node rewards won't even matter. And that's if they can still make that work. If that's the case and it continues to grow and they're not bringing in income, they're going to have to slash the rewards, and those rewards will turn more into pennies on the dollar. Think of them more as what you would get if you were mining ETH or Bitcoin, right? That's what your rewards would be. But it's definitely not going to be a 400% ROI per year, and it's probably not even going to be 100. Thor's done a great job at marketing. We'll give them that. Absolutely. Kudos. And what they should do is turn that community, that die-hard community, that I will ride for you until the death community, into monetization. And what I mean by that is pump that Thor blockchain project that actually uses Thor as the native token. The blockchain project should be maximum exposure right now. That's what you should be focusing on. Then the NFT thing can come after that. But you need to break into a real market that makes real money. Strength in numbers is a good thing, but it also comes with a price. You've built a community that rides or dies for you. Use it. Obviously, you can see this in my comments in the videos. Everybody shows up in troves. And I appreciate that. I appreciate differing viewpoints, but they do show up and they stand up for you and they do their thing. That community right there, that like fan base, that like, it's like Backstreet Boys back in the day. It was like if you liked Backstreet Boys, you hated NSYNC, right? If you like Thor, you like hate Strong for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because they catch flack for not being first mover, but I get it. Use that following to build something that matters, that will actually bring in revenue. So the problem is that since your community is so gung-ho and it's actually getting bigger by the day, that your node reward payouts are outpacing the new members that can come into that community, right? Because you have so many investors and they're so gung-ho about it that they're compounding into new nodes, and it's pushing the price action down, which is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So the pivot is now. And if you don't, then that rewards activity will outpace your ability to pivot on a time frame that matters into revenue generation streams that will actually help pay your investors. Now, with all that being said, do with this information what you will. Thank you all for the support. Thank you, Thor Nation. I appreciate you. I truly do. And honestly, to be real with you, I hope everyone gets their ROI out of the project and at the bare minimum breaks even, right? I'm not trying to say, oh, I hope your project fails. I don't want your investors to lose all their money. I'm just trying to warn people and say like, hey, this is what I'm seeing. You do with that information what you will. And I say that all the time. I appreciate everybody coming to the videos, leaving their their comments and their insights in the comments. That is much appreciated. If you've got a project that you want me to look into, hit me up. Put it in the comments. I'll put it on my list. Whichever ones get the most traction and the most requests, those are the ones that I do. That's why I did Strong Block, right? And this is just a follow-up video to all of the Thor investors talking about how the price action was going to go up after the 14th when the new contracts are coming out, and here it is, it's like 17th, and price action is actually going down. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Like I always say, smash, baby, smash that like button like somebody just talked about your mom and you don't like it, right? At the end of the day, Thor is a Ponzi scheme. Let's get over it, pivot if you can, and do your thing. My suggestion, don't compound into new nodes. Everybody's screaming that. Everybody's screaming wag me, hodl, diamond hands, blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to the noise. Make your own decision. Don't listen to me either. I'm not saying do this or don't do this. I'm telling you what I would do. That's what I'm doing in Strong right now. What I would do is literally not compound into new nodes. I'm getting my money out first. And then if you want to compound later, do your thing. Can Thor pivot? Yes. Can they do it successfully? It's a possibility. I'm not ruling it out. Is it going to be like fighting Mike Tyson in the first round of a title fight? Absolutely. Good luck to you. Investors, ride the wave until it breaks. Just get your money back. That's all I'm saying. That is all you can do, because at the end of the day, you have given up your money to the protocol. You have your node. You're 100% dependent upon the business model, the rewards model, the tokenomics behind it, the price action. Just get your money. And you're not getting your money unless you sell. That is the key. You have to sell your rewards in order to get your money back. Compounding into new nodes makes you nothing until you sell your rewards for cash. Thank you so much for showing up to the video, guys. I will see you in the next one. I'm bringing more projects soon.